Hello and welcome. This is the Build and Grow 21 channel, talking today about food. Food, one of the most essential things that we need to survive, and it comes right behind shelter and water. What I want to talk about today are build and grow plans that I have for food cost increase, something that I've been concerned about for at least 15 years now. It is 2021 and things are coming to fruition as far as a constant increase in food security concerns and a constant increase in food costs. This is an extension of 7 things I'm doing to address the decade of the 2020s through prepping and survival plans for change and trends. The challenges that have been presented through this channel over time include many things that threaten our ability to survive and thrive into the future. My name is Tony Teolis. This is my website, and I talk a lot more about food at the website and other things related to career and advances with artificial intelligence. This is the Build and Grow 21 YouTube channel. Address is Tokyo 73. There you'll find a lot of videos about gardening, beekeeping, and learning how to produce systems that produce produce for you. You are my intent today. I have previously explained the cause of challenges to food security and cost, and here I share what I am doing about them. My response and the planning process to food security concerns as well as food cost increase. I realize that I have to work and share now more than ever, making sure that there's plenty of water for me in the gardens. I exercise, eat right, sleep right, and train right. I also believe in preferred future planning. There's previous videos that explain what that is, and my preferred future includes building and growing food production centers. I want to be more open and available to assist others, make new friends and community. I want to be 150% more productive in the gardens by 2030. I want to be helpful and create productive food communities online and in my local area. I want to see productive community markets with fish, fowl, fauna, flora, and food, connections with communities in need. I want to foster education and knowledge sharing, and I want to empower local food production initiatives. So as I see the future and higher costs in the future, these are the things that I want to do to at least try to plan, put some systems in place, and then share the trials and tribulations along the way, just like I've been doing for the past 10 years. Why do we need to worry about food security and cost? It's something simple. Who needs to worry? You go to the store, you get what you need, and you go home and prepare it. Well, that used to be the case. You know, nature requires you being a part of the process of your own food production. Whether you want to admit it or not, that's in our DNA. You want to be able to look back in 10 years and be in control rather than under the thumb. You want to be able to produce your own things, whether things go well or if they don't. If you take the concern of food security and cost personally, apply it to your life, you will find you will have more time and energy to get more things done. There are external and internal threats to food security and cost that are beyond and within our control. You have long-term goals, just like I have long-term goals that require vigilance to food security. You know, we have to be reliant at the local level. If the world goes to hell, there won't be time to worry about food security and cost. But if you prepare for it now, plan and put systems in place, you'll already be a step ahead. Now, what are the food security and cost challenges? It doesn't take much. All you have to do is turn on your laptop, turn on your mobile phone, go to the latest news and search for food security and food cost increases. You will find a variety of things. I'm only going to list a few and only at the high level here. If you want more details on these things, then I suggest you just search for them in on the internet, and you will be able to find more news than you care to read. For example, weather has been a hindrance on crop reliance. There has been and will continue to be gas price increase, which reflects fuel supplies and cost increases. So fuel supplies are challenged as far as supply chains go, as far as availability goes, something I've been tracking since 2005. What is the state of oil in the world and what will it be in the future? It's not going to get cheaper. We know there's disease that has caused a lot of challenges to food supply, as well as a number of broken supply chain links. When we talk about food, we talk about food sources. Where are the reliable food sources that you can say, I can count on this food source for the next 3 months, for the next 6 months, for the next year, for the next 5 years? Do you have those food sources identified? These are the challenges. Weather, fuel and supplies cost, broken supply chains, disease, and availability of food sources. 5 months ago, I showed how I was preparing for my health and welfare plan Dreamline. You can go back and look at that video. In that video, I explained what a Dreamline is, and I got the idea from the 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. The chart that I came up with for health and welfare and being able to do things like run again, involve training regularly, doing new things out in the woods, and setting goals for the future that require that I train and prepare physically and mentally for a healthier and better prepared life. Now I present you with my food plan Dreamline. Now it is July 2021, and when I set out this Dreamline, what I want to focus on is being able to have regular fresh food, salads every day, and having them harvested on site here. Being able to store fresh fruit that we grow on our own. We are doing things now to make that happen. We have some security in place, but nothing is permanent. What we're going to do to add to permanence is I finally got a hunting license at age 55, and I plan on doing a lot of camping on the big hill. And I want to be able to implement plans for self-sufficiency and solar and wind energy production, as well as water energy production. The goal of all of this is to be able to do less work, have more production, be a great hunter, and be able to prepare systems that last longer in bigger places. So that involves doing a number of things, getting prepared mentally and physically, as well as emotionally, to be able to think about food, how it affects people, and what can I do to help affect people in a better way. So that is my Dreamland, setting it out with 6 months goals for right now, and we'll see how this develops over time. But I do know writing it down like this and putting it in an Excel form will make it more of a reality to come. So right now we're able to produce some of our own food. And we're able to do that because of taking a barren backyard, a barren front yard, and started to build gardens one at a time. Started out in the way of the square foot garden and trying to get some easy production when we just got started about 12 years ago. Was able over the early years to teach my children the value of growing your own food, how to do it, how to harvest it, and how to prepare it. This has grown into a backyard full of a variety of interconnected systems that help benefit one another and produce food on a regular basis during the summer. Summer is not enough for food production. So over the last several years, I've perfected indoor cracky hydroponics for indoor greens growing on a regular basis throughout the year, especially in the wintertime. The beauty of all of this, being able to produce some of our own food, approaches, some solutions to certain things like fuel cost increase. So we don't necessarily have to rely on trucks bringing food to a store sometimes and dealing with fuel cost increase or dwindling supplies or supply chain challenges and cost increases at the store. Rather, we can just save our time and money and fuel and be able to grow and prepare our own food at home. But by no means is this something that is self-sufficient. It's barely even at the 10% level with a lot of growing space that we have, that we've, do things and grow things vertically to try to get the best production, but we still cannot do it on our own. And I don't think that is the goal, nor should it be, because no home or no person, no garden can be self-sufficient just on its own. We need to expand and share with the community and be out there more in the community to exchange knowledge and share production. As we go forward, the food security enhancements to the pictures you've just seen include to be able to garden a little every day. We want to be able to regularly and be an observer, but also be prepared to build, grow, and repair systems of support. And these systems of support are systems for the long term, as well as systems for the short term. We want to be able to secure local food sources. So we started that last year, going through localharvest.org to find a great community supported agriculture, or CSA. We have a farm that we have a vegetable contract with, and then we have a local farmer that we have a meat and egg contract with. For over a year and a half now, it's been working wonderfully. And we want to build and grow new systems on the mountaintop, have mountaintop food, fauna, and flora. This is the Local Harvest website. Go there, you will find local farms in your area where you can get produce that doesn't travel thousands of miles. A local farmer has different ways that we can create a relationship with them, and that's been growing over time as well. And the mountaintop itself. It's a beautiful place, needs a lot of work to get things ready, but it's available now. It requires work, and it will be a big long-term enhancement. The short, mid, and long-term food plans as they stand now through 2030 include being able to regularly grow and harvest our own food for our own table and be able to share with the neighbors. We want to be able to make sure the systems work and that we're maintaining some level of vigilance over the critters out in the yard that would take our harvest. Putting in new gardens, such as a medicinal garden with different herbs such as comfrey, lavender, ginseng. And as I mentioned before, I've got a hunting license now. Mid to long-term food plans include, securing some of our own meat sources. And now that we have the ability to do that on our own land, we're going to go and see how that actually works out. But the idea is to put these into writing, into a plan, and see what you can do to make it reality. Longer term, looking at the mountaintop for potential and being able to grow there, not just food as far as vegetables and fruit go, but want to be able to have animals there that will help us take care of the land and take care of the dinner table. It'll take a long time to get there. I'm not sure what it'll look like and not sure if it'll even be successful. But I know without trying, without setting short, mid, and long-term food plans, then there will be food security and cost increase concerns that would be regretful for taking the time now before 2030 and doing nothing with it. So that's just a short explanation of some of the things that I'm trying to do with the family to be able to look into the future with a sense of courage and, I think a sense of confidence, knowing what I've been able to do on less than a quarter acre and trying to set it out on a much bigger place and hopefully helping more people. So why me? Well, I've been doing this for quite some time. I've got enough information out there on the internet to help others get started. And I want to be able to be a resource. And I don't have any hesitation to help others learn what they can do to add to your own security. And I think I can help take the mystery out of growing food. It's a wonderful process. It's magical. You should do it. And when you get your hands into the soil, you are part of the process. So I've been gardening for a long time. I want to share with you the best ways that I know how to grow food and what I'm doing to increase production, increase possibilities, and be able to look forward to the future and face the challenge of food cost increases and food security with a sense of my own ability, my family's ability to take some responsibility for what we produce on our own, share with others, and are able to progress into tomorrow with. I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know if you got any questions or concerns. Again, we see food cost increase. We see food security being an issue. We cannot stand back and say, it's not going to affect me, or I'll just deal with the food cost increases in the store, and hopefully things will shake back out to a lower level later. Do not let that happen to you. Do not relinquish the ability to take some control now, to learn, and to share with others. Again, thanks for watching. It's been fun putting this together. This is the second of 7 presentations, which I'll put forward that address the 7 challenges I've addressed as far as what is coming and how to prepare for it. Come again, watch again, share, like, subscribe, and tell others about this. Thank you.